Coming up in today's bulletin, the late Sir Lapli has been laid to rest at his home village in Santa Cruz, Temotu Province. The People's Republic of China officially handed over the country's first state-of-the-art comprehensive medical center to the Solomon Islands government. And Law Reform Commission is reviewing the country's marriage and divorce laws. Hello, you're watching SIBC's TV News Bulletin. I'm Sharon Nanau. The late Sir John Lapli was laid to rest at his home village in Santa Cruz, Temotu Province, following a state funeral in Honiara on Thursday last week. His body was laid in state at the National Parliament chambers before a funeral service was held at St. Barnabas Cathedral. Alex Dadamu with the details.
The fourth Governor-General of Solomon Islands, the late Sir John Lapli, GCMG, has been laid to rest at his home village at Loyalta in Santa Cruz, Temotu Province yesterday. A state funeral was held in Honiara on Thursday, 23 January, with the body of late Lapli laid in state at the National Parliament chambers, and later a funeral service was held at the St. Barnabas Cathedral on the same day. Presenting the eulogy, Member of Parliament for Temotu Nende constituency, Honorable Stephen Kumi, reflected on the life of late Sir John Lapli.
Sir Father John Lapli was born on the 12th of June 1955 and was baptized at St. James Chapel in Namban on June 22 of the same year, 1955. During that time, there is no hospital, so he was born at his own home at Luepa village, right in the heart of Graces Bay. He got 4 brothers with no sisters. John was the second born. Late Sir John Lapli married to Lady Helen Foxau Tahayasi from Heuru in Makira, Makiraula province. They got married at St. Paul Chapel at Heuru on the 13th of January 1985. Ahemgar and Faifala Pikinene. Then in September 1988, he was elected as a member of Provincial Assembly for Graces Bay Ward, Ward 9, and also became the Premier during that time. So he became the Premier from 1988 to 1999. Then he was elected as the 4th Governor-General of Solomon Islands in 1999. So he was the 4th Governor-General from 1999 to 2004.
The body of late Sir Lapli was transported to Temotu Province via patrol boat on the same day. On arrival in Lata, Temotu Province, the body was taken directly to the provincial chambers after a short handing over ceremony of the casket from Government House representatives to the Premier of Temotu Province, Stanley Tehi. A short tribute and laying of wreath was then made by the provincial speaker, the Premier, his deputy, and members of the Assembly and the general public. The casket was later transported and officially handed over to the family at their home village on Saturday before being put to rest around midday yesterday, Saturday, January 25.
Good evening, good listeners. This one is my final report. Blow funeral service blow late John Lapli. After arrival blow him yesterday from Honiara Kamlo Lata. Program we finished. Official handover Golo province by government house in complete yesterday. And just before towards him evening handing over from provincial government for family blow late John Lo Barava house blame. And just the morning today, after final preparation semi happen, body nahami put to rest low around midday today, low beside house blame normal low Duelta, village low home blame low beside low Lata normal Santa Cruz low Temotu Province. Now officials were come lo ship lo patrol boat for the solar funeral or now ready for departing Lata for go back lo Honiara. Lo speech blow premier yesterday. Kami barava describe him die blow late ini. Ose one fala big loss. Temotu province too. Asemi one fala logota former premier blow province semi say for 2 fala term, 2.5 term. This one hemi one fala great loss too for province and for family too. Me Yan Kaukui mi report kamlo Lata for SIBC.
Alex Dadamu for SIBC TV.
China has officially handed over a state-of-the-art comprehensive medical center to the Solomon Islands national government. The new facility aims to address the country's growing health challenges. particularly the rising prevalence of non-communicable diseases. Alex Dadamu reports.
China officially handed over the country's first state-of-the-art comprehensive medical center to the national government on Friday. Worth around $90 million Solomon dollars, the new medical facility will be instrumental in addressing the rising health challenges in the Solomon Islands, where non-communicable diseases, NCDs, are a major concern, responsible for 70% of deaths. It will also assist the Ministry of Health and Medical Services deliver programs to address NCD. In his keynote address, Prime Minister Jeremiah Manele says the health center is a testament of the friendship and cooperation between the two countries.
The ceremony this morning marks another major achievement in our relationship with the government and people of the People's Republic of China. It also signifies the deepening of our cooperation in our health sector, in addition to other areas of development in our country. This magnificent gift is therefore a testament of the deepening friendship and cooperation between our two countries. Ladies and gentlemen, this beautiful building is one of many developments in the Ministry of Health and Medical Services, resulting from the Memorandum of Understanding that was signed between our two countries in 2021. Many of these have been delivered by the People's Republic of China on our behalf. At an estimated cost of approximately $90 million Solomon dollars, as we have heard earlier, this new state-of-the-art comprehensive medical center that we are celebrating its completion and official handover today will lift the range and quality of medical services available to many Solomon Islanders without the need for referral to overseas institutions for investigations and further treatment.
Meanwhile, PRC's ambassador to Solomon Islands, His Excellency Kai Wei-ming, echoed Prime Minister Manele's sentiments of cooperation between the two countries by describing the health center as a symbol of trust.
The National Referral Hospital Comprehensive Medical Center is an important manifestation of the pragmatic cooperation between China and Solomon Islands. With a total area of 3,000 square meters, this medical center integrates outpatient services, diagnostic examination, surgical emergency care, and inpatient wards. It is equipped with intensive care units and remote conferencing facilities. The center is also furnished with advanced medical equipment and instruments, including a large-scale digital subtraction angiography machine, which is the only one in Solomon Islands. These resources will enhance the medical capabilities, allowing patients who previously had to travel to other countries for treatment to receive medical services locally. The establishment of the center will not only provide high-quality medical services to the local population and improve service conditions, but also serve as a base for medical education and training, thereby contributing to the long-term advancement of Solomon Islands' medical industry.
Health Minister Dr. Paul Bosawai said the medical center has come at the right time, but a long overdue health facility.
I am indeed grateful that the new comprehensive health center has come to the right time, but long overdue. A facility to assist our doctors be able and treat NCD complications, particularly that of the kidney and heart.
The event also coincided with the Chinese New Year reception. According to the Chinese traditional calendar, the Lunar New Year will begin on 29 January, marking the start of the Year of the Snake. Alex Dadamu for SIBC TV.
The Law Reform Commission of Solomon Islands is currently reviewing the country's marriage and divorce laws. Eliza Kukutu with more on this story.
The Law Reform Commission is reviewing the country's marriage and divorce laws. Senior Legal Officer Solomon Honiara told SIBC News that consultations are ongoing on the laws governing marriages in Solomon Islands. This includes the Islanders Marriage Act, the Pacific Order Council 1907, and the British Subject Facilities Act.
Currently, we follow doing consultation law, marriage and divorce laws below. Now, Law Solomon Island, imigarem 2-3 laws where govern now how no marriage should happen in the country. And so, imigarem what I call the Islanders Marriage Act, as well as Pacific Order in Council 1907, then imigarem to British Subject Facility Act. Now, Referral Act here operate law different ways. Islanders Marriage Act, hem govern na how time where imi islanders at call imi Law Solomon Island maritime imi seleva. This will Pacific Order in Council hem govern na time a foreigner hem maritime islander. And then British subject hem govern na time at British maritime at sela time at stay law here. Because other laws here hem come introduce him before independence. So hem now that fala Marriage Act. Now inside law that fala where me fala doing consultation law hem me fala look law ota areas law or same one fala hem ota requirements below marriage. So if you no meet him ota requirement below inside law Islanders Marriage Act, then married below him invalid. And then me fala try for look na law legal age marriage below me. Now current law below me Islanders Marriage Act hem say if you 15 years old with them consent below parents pikinin sa married na hem na current law below me. But if you look him stack of factors 15 years hem very small pikinin. So hem too one fala where me fala look law hem. One fala offense inside law Marriage Act below me what call law bigamy. Bigamy hem happen time where if you're legally married, then you know legally divorced, then you go married second time, you commit him na this is offense of bigamy. But problem with him na bigamy him no apply law unregistered customary marriage.
Honiara said consultations have been conducted in most provinces except for Referral province. He adds that they have received much feedback on the Islanders Marriage Act during the consultations.
Currently, only Referral naman mi fala no doing consultation with him yet. So mi fala anticipate him that by first quarter law this year, mi fala should go take views about people blaming law Referral. Otherwise, every provinces mi fala kasim finish take views about one thing law Islanders marriage and divorce na o same law time mi fala go out for consult. Something him affecting me, so feedback me are receiving stuff from people. Same something live below me, so people willing for contribute come. Lo below me him say, ota close blood relate should no married to you, but some cultures below me, ota married no ma, especially ota face cousins I married, but law him say him should no married, but that one him comes to this constitution blame him say him recognize him now customary laws blame schedule 3 law constitution him recognize him what custom, but him say if custom him inconsistent with him constitution and what act below parliament then that fala custom him void. Him no say take president of na constitution with him act of parliament.
For SIBC TV, I'm Eliza Kukutu.
Upgrade work on airstrips across the country are closely monitored to meet the international airstrip standards. Ministry of Communication and Aviation Permanent Secretary Alvin Danitofea told SIBC News the airstrips upgrade projects are vetted by the Civil Aviation of Solomon Islands before they are being implemented. He said for the other major airstrips projects under the World Bank, monitoring is done on a daily basis.
With all the project design, inbuilt within all the project design expected standards. where every infrastructure is meeting. Also, him as in line with him ICAO standards, where him vetted by Civil Aviation Authority of Solomon Islands. So to ensure that the quality of the work is delivered, project Yumi Law World Bank here, monitoring blame evaluation, him different, a little bit, I would say it's quite strict compared to normal projects where you may deliver them through government here. So there is a project steering team that him managing the whole project on behalf of the government, on behalf of the Ministry of Communication and Aviation, and there is a also specific international professional company as well. For example, Henderson Airport here, what call them now, Aegis, Singaporean company, and got about different experts around the world inside. So they do on-site supervision on a daily basis, how now work is carried out, what material types, and all these details. So you may not only get this project steering team that would continue for managing the project here, but it's also a specialized, highly specialized company that am doing day-to-day monitoring of the projects that are delivered throughout the Solomon Islands under the SIRAP project. But then after completion of the project, for ensure that I'm in line with the ICAO standards, you may get the Civil Aviation Authority, the regulatory body ministry, and also go down for doing compliance check now lot aviation standards, lot AIRstrip. So you miss our aviation infrastructure, I'm dealing from normal infrastructure because him deal with him lives very, I'm so strict. You must do things in line with him International Civil Aviation Authority, ICAO standards here, for what certify and approve for usage. So we are mindful of that, and our team to do proper compliance, him there to do it as well.
Mr. Danitofe adds most of the domestic airstrips that are being upgraded is owned by the government. He said land disputes makes it hard for the government to upgrade and maintain the domestic airstrips.
The airstrips below me, the current seal ones, are those airstrips or airstrips which are owned by the government initially. The airports here. So what you may do now is the government policy now is you may seal him what the airstrips here. You may upgrade him what airstrips, you may transfer him to Solomon Island Airport Corporation for managing. So these ones that are currently not sealed, these are airstrips which are only leased by the government. Ownership him still or what private individuals or also. For now you may not able to talk about any upgrade law or sealing law any one lot airstrips here. The ministry is intending to do profiling on all the airstrips which are currently leased for identifying what now current status, what type, soil type, and possible expansion and all this stuff. For him, help him, for survey proactively plan and for come up with what model now him survey using make him by not only rely on a donors but also if governments have step in for support him now, sealing leased airstrips and private airstrips here.
Nearly 70% of patients at the National Referral Hospital's medical ward are being treated for complications related to non-communicable diseases. Alex Dadamu with the details.
7 out of every 10 patients at the National Referral Hospital medical ward is suffering from some form of non-communicable diseases-related complications, including diabetes, stroke, heart, and kidney diseases. Minister for Health and Medical Services, Dr. Paul Bosawai, revealed in his remarks at the official handover ceremony of the new Comprehensive Medical Center on Friday. Dr. Bosawai said records at the National Referral Hospital revealed that heart disease is affecting more men than women.
Solomon Islands is experiencing a silent killer disease, and that is a non-communicable disease with 7 of every 10 patients at the medical ward of our National Referral Hospital suffering from some form of NCD-related condition, including diabetes, stroke, heart, and kidney-related diseases. The number one of admissions of diabetic cases made up of the majority of the NCDs by around 60%, and the hypertension 40% of the total since 2018. The health statistics showed evidence of the seriousness of heart diseases among our communities and our people. The number of admissions reflect an increased trend in cardiac or heart diseases between 2018 and 2020. There was an increase of 11% from 525 to 583 in 2020 recorded heart diseases at National Referral Hospital, affecting more of our men than women.
Dr. Bosawai adds the new comprehensive medical center will upgrade the level of health care in the country.
This new comprehensive medical center would bring about change by upgrading the level of care, services in country for our people who would need them when this facility become operational, as this facility will be offering specialized medical services for our people now and for our generations for the next decade.
Alex Dadamu for SIBC TV.
Now, Western Province has recorded more sexual offences than any other province last year. Speaking in a radio program recently, Provincial Police Commander PPC Wilken Miriki says these sexual offences mainly occur on young girls.
Through the data collection from Sege to Southland Islands, Western Province have registered sexual offences more than any other offences. If I receiving this reports on sexual offences more than other offences from 2025, 2024, then in the middle of this month of 2025. In terms of sexual offences, most vulnerable ones are the young girls, Loyumi, or the young one Loyumi, who or the parents entrust him go with the guidance, such as uncle or a wife or the husbands.
He appeals to the people of Western Province to report any similar cases to their nearest police station.
Just a step forward. You report him whatever anyone am doing loyal or first patient where you truly trust him, whereby him save help him for come kasimna any nearest police station or sem Sege, Munda, Noro, Ringi, Garam Lopoitete, Parakasi, Lovela, and Kariki, Harapa, and Mono, Pulitana, Los Southern Islands, and even main Sentablemi, Logizom, Ifalagaremota. Ottawa police stations and nearest loyu for you save come and report him any issues, matters that you save that you have been sexually abused and you know save report you call any patient that you trust. Me encouraging for come forward and report what the perpetrators.
The Solomon Islands government is stepping up efforts to reduce tobacco consumption, with Prime Minister Honorable Jeremiah Manele announcing plans to tighten tobacco advertising regulations. Eliza Kukutu reports.
The government, through its line ministries, will be taking a more proactive role in reducing tobacco consumption in Solomon Islands. Prime Minister Honorable Jeremiah Manele announced this during the Comprehensive Medical Center handover at the National Referral Hospital on Friday. He said they will look into tightening tobacco advertisement in the country as part of its control measures to reduce tobacco smoking in the country.
My government will step up actions to reduce tobacco consumption under the Solomon Islands Tobacco Control Act 2010 by restricting smoking in indoor places and on public transport. We will also upgrade guidelines on advertisement and promotions and packaging and labeling requirements. We will explore and revisit the licenses on manufacturing and distribution companies and wholesale and retail outlets. We will increase the charges as may be necessary as the cost and health impact of tobacco smoking far outweigh the benefits gained from the current license fees collected under the Tobacco Act.
SIBC News understands under the Tobacco Control Act 2010, its provisions include restrictions on smoking in indoor places and on public transport, restrictions on tobacco advertising and promotion, and packaging and labeling requirements. For SIBC TV, I'm Eliza Kukutu.
The Lands Commission is looking at amending provisions in the Lands Act which will see illegal settlers pay compensation to the legal land title holders of the land they've settled in. Ministry of Lands, Housing and Survey Permanent Secretary Stanley Walencia said currently there is no provision under the Land Act that allows them to carry out such actions. He said this provision is one of 30 other provisions they are looking to amend under the Lands Act this year.
There'll be need for tweaking a little bit some of our provision inside law existing laws here, like someone sitting on your land, no any provision in the Land Title Act, for him, If he don't know there, but we are planning, we're taking an amendment, the Land Title Act, about 30 provisions. One of them will be, you stay in the land law government, you pay compensation. And any land law, any private person for that matter. Because a big problem not down to you. Others build on other people's land, legally owned by another person, man no go build them. So we're working on this provision so that you pay compensation no money. Them, and then you get out from land too. You pay and you get out. So these are some things where we need to work on, So this 30 plus amendments, I'm ready. Maybe early next year, we have to take them go now. And one of them is this, that you illegally squat on another person's land, or including the government. You pay. Yes.
The Solomon Islands Small Enterprise Centre is offering short business management and skills training. The centre recently published its February to April 2025 courses scheduled online, reiterating its motto, invest in your knowledge and skills for a handsome return. General Manager Ben Nibaulu told SIBC News that the training targets 4 different interest groups.
Business owners, those that own, manage and operate their own businesses, and secondly is for those that are working and would like to develop their skills or knowledge base or help harness a perspective that they have towards their work or their job. Thirdly, for those that are looking for a job. So there's a lot of young people and not so young people, they're looking for job opportunities. We offer courses that will help you gain knowledge and skills, understanding, perspective, all of that can help you find a job. And last one is to help those that secondary level education maybe have fall short, they drop out from 5, from 3, whatever. Our courses can help bridge your next career aspiration.
He explains most training sessions are conducted in Honiara.
Our courses are focused here in Honiara, in our training room here, Sekausima building, opposite Panatira Plaza. So we have a class here that we conduct courses. There are organization, companies out there that from time to time, they also want us to deliver their training in their training room. So we do that. Out there in the provinces, because we have not been donor funded for 10 years now, so we can reach out to them if they are sponsors.
As more people approach retirement age and the number of high school dropouts increases, Mr. Nina Bule encourages the public to sign up for training.
I would highly suggest to people out there that are looking, there's a lot of young people that they don't really know what they're going to do with their life. I encourage you, if you, even old people working, coming to an end of your working life, there's opportunity there to learn, do courses that will help you. Like when you retire, what's next? So we are planning your retirement courses for old people, because when you retire, no money come, but you still eat. And you still need to survive, and there ought to be some sources. And so the courses can really encourage or give you clear direction and all of that, so that you don't live life to changes, but you actually carve out your future that's going to really be exciting and happy and satisfying. That's the challenge for all of us.
SIBC News understands SISPEC will commence its first training session on 3rd February this year. And that's news. Follow us on sibconline.com.sb and our SIBC News Facebook page for more of our latest stories. Thanks for watching.